Hey everybody, it's Charlie, and I am just getting out of 6 days from an inpatient mental health facility. So I know I've talked before about the cycles I've had of depression, anxiety, and mania. And I personally have been trying to get help for these cycles pretty much since I was 16. I came because I wanted those cycles to stop. I basically got to a point a few days ago where I just couldn't take it anymore. And for me to feel better and to show up for my family and the people that I love, I felt like I needed to go into get more help than I was getting before. I thought I would make a video about the top 3 things that I learned from my experience here at this mental health facility. Number 1 is that mental health and especially recovery of this type thing is always a process. I think I knew that before, but I don't think I realized how much. I thought it was a process of getting my moods together or a process of getting on medication, but it's actually a process of knowing myself better and knowing what I need to be seen, known, loved, and specifically in this case, what tools I need to live into my purpose. For me, in this case, it was medication, and it was before it was counseling. It can be self-care. There's a variety of things, but I had to realize that all of that from start to finish was going to be a process, that it's not going to be a quick fix. But if I hadn't ever started that process, I would never get to where I am now. And so I sort of had to lean into it being a long-term thing. The second thing I learned is that mental health recovery has to be self-directed. In here, I met a lot of different people on a lot of different paths. And I can tell you that the people who are most successful and got the most out of this experience weren't forced into it. They themselves had decided that they wanted to change. Like me, I wanted to get help so that I could better show up for my family and for the people that I love. And there are a bunch of other people in here who had that same mentality. But then there were also people who are just like, I'm trapped here. And that, I think, impacted what they got out of it. My third thing for mental health recovery is that you definitely need support to do it. I realized that before, even though I was going through all of these cycles of depression, mania, all of that type stuff, anxiety, I didn't have a really good support system to help with that. I didn't have people that I could talk to who shared similar problems. And that's, I think, one of the best things that I got out of this experience is that day after day, I was surrounded by people who had some of the same problems that I had, and we could talk about them openly and honestly. Similarly, Beth, even as she came to visit me on the days that she was able to visit, said she got so much out of being able to talk to other people in the lobby and other family members who were dealing with the same situation. And I think that we undervalue that as a tool to help cope, talking to other people who are in similar situations. So yeah, those are the top 3 things that I have gotten out of my experience here. If any of you have had to be institutionalized for mental health, I would love to hear your experience and what you learned from it. But yeah, that's me. Deuce.